Hey, what's going on, guys? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesignz.net. And I want to shed some light on a topic of discussion today that I think a lot of you guys are missing when it comes to branding. You know, one of the basic questions I get is, what exactly is branding? And believe it or not, there's many different definitions. However, the definition you're going to see the most of, it's the desired perception you want your audience to see you as. That's what branding is. But to go a step further, branding is also what your audience is saying behind your back. How do they perceive you? What do they know you as? Now, you may perceive yourself as one thing, but what do they perceive you as? That's the question. And if you don't know what that is, then there's a blind spot that you need to correct immediately. It's like driving down the highway, right? And you're about to swerve into the next lane, and then all of a sudden you see that car at the last second and you quick swerve back, right? What I see a lot of you guys doing is you're just swerving right into that next lane and you're crashing right into that car because you don't know what you don't know. So we need to fix that. We need to say, okay, what do we need to do today for us to get a better understanding of how our audience is perceiving us so that we can put out the right content that they're going to value, that they're going to share, that they're going to engage with, so their perception of you is a brand of value versus a brand who's inauthentic, a brand who isn't engaging, a brand who isn't relevant to them. I see a lot of those self-proclaimed millionaires out there that are trying to pawn themselves off as something or someone, and deep down they're somebody completely different. And that is a huge disconnect. And you know what? Your audience is seeing that way before you do. So instead of trying to sell something you don't believe in, instead of trying to pitch them all day, instead of trying to call yourself a social media expert, but when you go to, when people go to check you out on social media, you got 5 followers. Like, these are the things that are killing your reputation online. So you may be thinking or perceiving yourself as one thing, but your audience sees you as something completely different. And the more you're blinded by that, the worse it's going to get, because you're just going to compound garbage content over garbage content, and you're not going to get anywhere. And now what the worst thing is you're going to have a ton of content that you're going to have to redo because it's terrible. You don't want your audience snickering behind your back going, oh my God, here we go again, when you think you're putting out the best thing since sliced bread. So how do we fix this? How do we fix this? It's simple. Get to know your audience. Engage with them. Interact with them. Ask questions. Get them on the phone. Get them on Skype. Interact with them, because they're going to tell you your blind spots. They're going to tell you what you should be doing and what they truly want. And it gets simple from there, guys. You just give it to them. You provide the solution. You stay in your lane. You know what you could do best, and you just give it to them. The last thing you want to do is walk around and embarrass yourself. Not only yourself, but what about your husband, your wife, your kids, your significant other? You don't want them snickering behind your back going, oh, here we go again. So branding is what your audience is truly saying behind your back. And if you don't get dialed into that, you're going to be off brand, off your message, off your mark, off it. You're just going to be off balance 100%. And that's where every entrepreneur goes wrong. So get to know your audience, engage with them, interact with them, find out what it is and what it is that they truly need, and how it is that they actually perceive you, and go all in on that. And I can promise you, you'll get a way better return than what you're doing right now. especially if you're not getting any engagement, especially if nobody's paying attention to you online. That's the make or break. You get in line with that, everything else gets easier, and you're on your way to building a way better brand. So hope you got some value out of this, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. And again, please share this with someone who can benefit from it. Because at the end of the day, guys, it all comes down to you. So have an awesome day, and I'll catch you on the next video.